Hey Tom.
Hey. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you wanted me to actually say hey back. I put this one as well where you say hey Tom, pause a second, then carry on. Not hey Tom, and wait for me to respond.
Let's try that again, shall we?
Okay.
Hey Tom.
Oh, sorry. Hey.
Fuck's sake, Tom. Hey Tom.
Hey Tom.
Do you have daddy issues?
Have you made this? Oh no, you made the Son of Batman joke before. No.
Well, Damian Wayne does. Because we're watching Batman vs. Robin.
The dawn of a little shit.
Yep. That took way too long to do the intro. I'm sorry.
But yes, we were doing Batman vs. Robin, released in 2015, according to 15, did I say? 16? My notes are really far away from me, my eyes are blind. But yeah, it was obviously, this follows after Son of Batman, but also after Throne of Atlantis. We had a little break before a solo Batman film, but then we got another solo Batman film coming after this. Like 2 back to back.
Batman.
Obviously, this one continues the story from Son of Batman more than anything from Atlantis.
Yeah.
Since it's focusing on, obviously, Batman and Damian still struggling. Even though, like, the last shot of the Son of Batman was like, oh, we're father and son, we're together now, yay. And then it's just like, fuck you, father. Fuck you, son.
I'll do what I want.
And then,
Can't
then
kill
just
me.
the big writing, Batman vs. Robin. Dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, do you want Mom's name Martha too? But yeah, obviously,
Let's be friends.
this follows on, focus on, obviously, Damien's dark side still present within him, because he's still been brought up as an assassin with Ra's al Ghul and obviously Talia al Ghul.
And he's like trying to get into groups of not to kill for revenge.
Yeah, he's literally trying to be Batman in the sense of not killing, just justice. And it's working, and then I feel like Batman makes it worse with his responses. Like, he's instantly accusing him, oh, what have you done?
Yeah, like, can I just say, that fucking Batarang had
bloody.
no fucking blood.
And yeah, Batman's like, what have you done? And then 5 seconds later, he's like, who did this, Robin?
And you're just like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I was
supposed to be like the big detective kind of guy.
Sees a Batarang, thinks that he's somehow cut this guy's heart out without blood, and then instantly...
And there's no blood near him either.
Then instantly changes his mind straight away and is like, who did this, Robin? And I understand then Robin's response of, figure it out yourself. But yeah, it's like, there's a lot of conflict. Not just between, obviously, Damian and Bruce in this, obviously, Damian and Dick. Because there's a lot of, obviously, beef between them still. Since, technically, Dick is 1-0 up over Damian, because he did beat him last time.
And then he beat him this time?
Yep. But I thought that fight was hilarious, because it's just Dick beating up a little kid. Yeah. Like that whole moment of putting his cape over his head and just like boxing his face. I was like, well, this is a kid, man. He just like kicking the shit out of him.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I mean, Damien is a little fucking shit.
Shit.
Every movie amps him up at the end of like, oh, he's okay now. Relationship's good with Batman. And the next time you see him, it's like broken up again. Like, it does this and then...
Back at the restart button.
I think it's... I can't remember if he's in the next movie, Damien, but obviously I remember, like, when he's in Teen Titans one, the first one, obviously the Justice League v Teen Titans, instantly there's conflict between him and Batman's like, you know what, fuck off, you go to the Titans now. Like, it's like, whoa. They spent like an entire movie trying to build up their relationship back together, and it's just like, yeah, it's at the window now, fuck off.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? But yeah, he's a little shit though.
Shit.
But obviously the big thing with this movie is the presence of the Court of Owls, which is obviously a big organisation within Gotham. That is, at the time when this coming out, I'm pretty certain it was like in most media was just like pushed constantly. Like big part of Gotham TV series. I think there's reference to it in some of the games back then. I know it's a big part of the new Arkham Knights game.
No idea. I
And
never
obviously
played the game.
It's in this, like at a point, like DC were heavily pushing. It's a bit like when like Joker popularity goes up and like they push Joker constantly.
Yeah.
It was like that at the time that they pushed Court of Owls so much because they are an interesting like concept, like this underground secret organization that runs Gotham from behind the curtains. Like that's interesting, and I feel like for a movie, like an hour 20 movie, it doesn't work.
No.
I feel like it worked with the Gotham TV series because it had an entire series to run its course, to build them up, to do these bits and bobs here
It's
and
kind
there.
of just pushed, wasn't it? Like, pushed
like-
way too much.
Yeah, like it's quickly like put into the spotlight and it's quickly dismantled really fast. Like maybe like a 2-hour movie it would work, or like a 2-parter movie, like Court of Owls Part 1, Court of Owls Part 2, that would work. But I feel like for a single hour 20 movie, the plotline of the Court of Owls feels rushed. That's why, up to this point, this is probably my least favourite of the ones we've covered so far. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it's still good. I think the violence is still up there. I mean, you see a guy's heart get pulled out of him. The intro's like really horror-esque.
Yeah.
And that's really
like
cool.
All the doll children.
Yeah, the Dollmaker, who I found out and said to Hayden, she was really confused. Like, what? The Dollmaker's voice actor is Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah. Weird Al voices the doll. Weird Al voices the Dollmaker.
Oh, okay. You got me at the Vankovic for not part, and I was like, wait, did he say Weird Al?
Yeah, Weird Al Yankovic. He voices Dollmaker, which you can't really tell when listening.
No.
It's not until I went on IMDb and was looking for the cast, and it's like, at the end, Dollmaker, Weird Al. I was like, really? Like, I could guess some of the voice actors, 'cause I mean, there's like 3 Batman actors in this movie. Like, you got the guy, Jason Momoa voicing Batman, obviously.
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy voiced the, obviously, Batman from the 90s and before. Obviously, the most recognised Batman voices Thomas Wayne. And then Troy Baker, obviously, in this voices an Owl Lieutenant. And he voices Batman quite a bit in a lot of animated films. Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover film, he voiced him in that. Obviously, he's more well known for his Joker voice. But there's 3 Batmans in this movie. I was like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's a lot to this movie that is pretty cool. But I feel like a Court of Owls movie doesn't work for an hour 20. It needs to build up. Like, you can't really get invested in this organization. Yes, it tries to plant seeds of, oh, they may have had something to do with the death of Thomas and Martha Wayne. Like,
it could have been good if they started like dropping like somewhat like Easter eggs in the big like movies prior.
Yeah, Son of Batman. Like, there's some hints. Like if I raise mention like, oh, there's like we're not the only secret organization out there. There's like there's someone else out there that's just as dangerous as us, if not more powerful with their handling of a city. Like,
or even just like owls.
Yeah, like little hints here and there. Not just like, oh no, here's the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
And then try to sell them heavily within an hour 20.
It's kind of funny though, because like one of the recent like Harley Quinn episodes.
I know they're part of it, aren't they?
Yeah. Like that's what I was on about. It's like quite ironic.
But it's just like,
sorry.
You need to build them up. You can't just push them, because especially since the fact that this movie's also trying to be a versus movie, like pitting father and son.
Really verse, was it?
Like they get one big fight scene, that's it.
Yeah, I would have preferred if it was like all the way through the movie,
like a couple of here and there,
yeah.
Like
not just
like one big fight scene and that was it. And then
like
the corpse stuff was wrapped up really quick.
Yeah, at one point in the movie as well, though, you think like, oh, they're gonna get on, like when they're talking about the books and all that.
Yeah, at the start it's like, oh, let's go watch a movie. Alfred, get the popcorn, make it buttery. But sir, I would advise against that. Cholesterol and everything. We're gonna be adventurous today, Alfred. Like, you think they're like, oh, this is their moment, they're getting back together, and the next minute Damien's escaping the mansion, is like getting electrocuted against the fence. It's like, what was the point in that whole sequence of them like parental bonding?
Oh, I know, right?
It's just like, what was the point? You could have had like a bit of conflict there, like, and obviously not done anything, and then had him sneak out again.
Yeah.
It's down to the point in like trying to build them up as a father and son, and it's instantly like, oh yeah, fuck that. That plot line's out of here. We don't need that anymore. It's
Yeah,
like, what
and
the
then there's
fuck?
like have him run away.
And then there's the ending where he's like, welcome home, Damien. And he's like, no, I don't want to be back. Starts having a go at him, and the next minute hugs him. It's like, I'm sorry, what? Why are you pushing like so much conflict between these two and instantly resolving it and then
Kind of
jumping back
bipolar,
into conflict?
Yeah, it's kind of a bipolar movie with their relationship.
It's like all over the place. It's like really badly juggled.
Yeah, I think if they like,
Stuck to one side of it. Like maybe
Yeah.
had him like conflict all the way through and at the end resolve it, or have them fine at the start and then the conflict and not have it resolved until the next movie or something. I know the
or,
next
like,
movie is a big part of Damien because obviously it's another obviously League of Assassins storyline. Because if I remember correctly, that wraps up most of the League of Assassins stuff apart from the Deathstroke stuff to come in Teen Titans.
Yeah. See, like they could have done like how there was like conflict from the previous movie brought into this one, and then like at the end of it with them going to watch a movie with popcorn. That's how they could have ended it, but you know, it wasn't that good. But it wasn't, you know. Yeah,
I feel like
It-
this
it was
movie
very-
should have been the end of the like a trilogy, not the middle point.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this one should have been Bad Blood, which is the next one. Obviously, to deal with more obviously the Ray stuff, and obviously build their relationship more to the point of this movie now is them breaking, like the breaking point, and then you could have had the
Yeah.
other members of the Bat family, which are in that movie, come and join in on the big end fight, which is obviously a pretty cool end fight. Like imagine that all of them teaming up in that, like to fight the Court of Owls. That would have been really good.
Yeah.
But obviously, they didn't think of that. They just went, oh, let's throw a Court of Owls storyline into the middle of a League of Assassins storyline. Because why not? Let's not build it up. Let's just throw them in and then try to build up for an entire movie. Oh, they may have killed the Waynes. Oh, if you don't do this, Damien's going to become a serial killer and kill all your friends.
Yep.
Okay, this is all kind of rushed. Like, don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed it. It's just
Yeah, it was a very good movie.
it felt
But, like,
weirdly placed in a trilogy, and also weirdly placed in terms of the court. Like they should have, as you say, been hinted at. They could have used two movies to hint at them, and then like an end credit sequence of a second film, be like the court's here, and it's be like, oh shit, and then this one like instantly into the court. Like Batman's like investigating like some like mysterious organization, and it's the court. And not do it like an hour 20, do it a bit longer because it's a big storyline.
Yeah, or like at one of the end credits, you could have had like his father like reading the story or telling the story of like the Court of Owls.
That's
like,
that flashback scene. Yeah,
yeah,
that would have been really cool.
Like, that could have been like the end of the movie.
Yeah, and like it like fades to a window. You see like a flash. You see like the face of Talon in the window.
Yeah,
it's like,
or like just an owl.
Yeah, the one that Bruce gets a bow to and shoots.
Yeah, fucking shoots it, man.
Oh, an owl. Die, you son of a bitch. But yeah, it just feels weirdly placed, but it's still a pretty entertaining film.
Yeah,
like
it's not
out of context. It doesn't mean anything for the fact that the movie itself doesn't really fit into too much context.
Yeah.
So you can literally take this out of this universe and just you wouldn't need to worry too much about trying to figure out anything because you know it doesn't fit in any storyline really. Like yes, it follows on Son of Batman, but at the same time, no, it doesn't.
It could have been like the ending of like an entire trilogy just for the owls.
Yeah,
like it could be like the ending part where they just basically, you know,
literally. An interesting thing they could have done was obviously, say keep hinting at the owls throughout. Obviously, like two movies, and at the end of the second film, which is to the League, still like have the last member of the League killed by Talon, and you'd be like, wait, what? And he'd be like, oh shit, the Court of Owls. And then obviously have Bruce have a flashback to his dad and be like, no, and then just end. Like a sudden end. And be like, oh shit. Because then at least then you've introduced the characters and built them instantly as this menacing force that can kill the League of Assassins. Like that would push them as this evil organization that could potentially kill the Batman.
Because I mean, they almost did.
I mean,
Like,
it did. I mean,
this movie had him like fucking
death's door.
Critical like multiple times.
Like if it wasn't for them oozing out, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
Heck, they even almost killed Nightwing by fucking impaling him multiple times. If it wasn't for fucking Batman coming out that big metal fucking suit and going, "Get out of my cave,"
Brr.
You know, they wouldn't have fucking
And
survived.
then, Alfred just climbing on top, like,
oh, that sequence is the best sequence. Alfred just coming out with a fucking shotgun and just fucking shooting them all out. It's just like perfect. There's a few moments in this that are just like really good, but obviously the whole movie itself is just like a mixed bag of a mess at times, but an entertaining mess. Reminds me of Suicide Squad. It's a mess, but it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
But still, Alfred with a shotgun. That's everything I wanted to see.
Alfred with a shotgun. It's gonna get the job done.
Anything else you can think of?
Oh,
Starfire? Starfire was in it, wasn't she?
Well, somewhat.
She was like the little vocal cameo of Dick going, "You're in that funk?"
Wearing what?
Dick and racy conversation on the phone.
Yeah. I
did like the setup though, obviously that she's in this universe.
Yeah.
But the little hints already before Teen Titans.
You somewhat get to see a photo of her.
Yeah, you see like the neck and like the hair colour, don't you? And you can instantly go, oh, it's Corey.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The fight with Batman and Damian, like them two fighting each other.
That was
a bit...
I found it interesting because it's the case of Batman he's going for the punches, but at the same time he's holding the punches. Because he doesn't want to hurt Damian, whereas Damian wants to hurt him. I mean, he just tries to incapacitate him a lot of times. I mean, he tries to cuff him to try and stop him from getting to him.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying these moves that he doesn't have to hurt his son. I mean, even when they fall through the roof, you see him take the impact for Damian on the ground. Like, you see him spin midair, so he hits the ground before him. Like, you see him trying to hold back and not hurt his son. But obviously, for a film it's not like the greatest of fight scenes. I mean, for the mess of what times Batman vs Superman was, that had a really good fight scene, apart from the Martha moment. Like that whole fight between him in the toilets and that was a really good fight. It was what you wanted to see.
Yeah.
Whereas this wasn't a spectacle. It was just more...
No, it could have been longer or had more of an impact.
It could have been more drawn out.
Like, a good way for this movie is to get rid of like the Court of Owls for it. Even though they could have had something bigger and had it like kind of like
they could have stuck with the League. Since it's like all three movies, both first and third movies bet the League of Assassins, they could have just kept it as the League and had them still influencing Damian.
Had Damian sided with the League and have like Batman with like all of his companions.
Like how obviously the first one, Deathstroke was sort of like the villainous ex-member of the League in the first one.
Yeah.
Talia's the villainous member in the third one. They could have had like someone else in this one.
Yeah.
Maybe even Nissa. To obviously try and corrupt him a bit. To try and... Because I mean, the darkness is within him. You just need that corruption to get it out of him. It doesn't take much. I mean, Talon does it so quickly, and this is like, hey,
no, it's like
want to be friends? Fuck yeah.
Do you want to destroy your dad? Yeah.
But yeah, it's like they could have literally not done the Owls and just done an entire trilogy of the League.
Yeah.
That would have made more sense, and it probably would have made... Oh, go on then.
How many people are actually part of the Bat family at this point of time?
In this time,
in the movie at that time,
I can only think of 3. Like, so Robin, Nightwing, and Batman. I know the next movie introduces Batwoman and Batwing.
Yeah, I know that.
I don't know if Barbara's a part of this universe yet.
So I was gonna say, what about Jason Todd and all that kind of lot?
I'm not too sure. Because I mean, they never in the arguments between Robin and Nightwing, they never really reference anyone coming before.
Yeah.
Because I mean, technically speaking, there's Jason Todd, there's Tim Drake.
Yeah,
they're the two that came before Damien in media.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like,
so I'm guessing they don't exist. I mean, it would have still been cool to see Red Hood.
Batgirl.
That's what I mean. Batgirl, like Barbara. There's no.
Yeah, sorry.
There's no real references to them, so I don't think they are part of the family yet.
I think that's kind of a missed opportunity. Like, they could have had all of them in the movie versus
the Owls.
The League.
Or the League, yeah.
That would have been like a really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of missed opportunities within this early part of this franchise. Like, so far, they've been a hit, the movies have, but this one's definitely the one that's been
the
ones that they could have done so much more with. So, yeah. Anything else? I think I've said everything I can think of.
Talon almost killed Batman. Which I've been...
And then Robin accidentally killed him. Forcefully killed him.
Well, no, he killed himself, didn't he?
Yeah, but he used Robin's hand. So, you know. I count as a Robin kill.
I count as suicide /
Suicide by Robin.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming, Jon Snook. Ah!
Euthanasia.
Yeah, I think I've said all mine.
Same.
I can think of.
I went back to the thing that I wanted to go back to, which was the fight. So yeah,
So ratings. See, so far we've both gone with like 4s and above. I don't think this is a 4 or above. I think it's somewhere between 3 and 4 personally. I don't think it's mediocre because that's 2.5, so I don't think it's mediocre. So it's either 3 or 3.5. So,
I'm on the same wavelength as you. I just don't know which one. I don't want to.
There's one movie that is still to come that it's very later on. It's not mediocre. It's just a slightly bit above, and that for me is that 3. And this doesn't go to that level for me. Like, it still has a lot of entertainment within it. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go with 3.5 out of 5. That's like the middle ground. That's the entertainment part.
Yeah. I mean, I did kind of lose interest in the movie a bit, about almost like at the end. So I'm kind of... Shame we don't have like a 3.2.5, but a 3.25.
3.2.
Yeah.
You can if you want.
No. We've always had like
3. Yeah, straight to the point. Why don't you go with this 3 then? I mean, if you're saying like 3.2, that's like pushing it towards 3 more than 3.5.
Yeah, because you round down.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a high 3, but not enough to be a 3.5. Also, I need to really stop shaking my leg. I'm shaking my camera so much.
Okay, then I think that most of it. It's probably both our least favourite so far. It might be our least favourite for a while. We'll see. I can't remember too much about the next movie, so we'll see if that can be worse than this or be better than this. Hopefully it's better. So next time it would be obviously Batman Bad Blood. The last solo Batman movie for quite a while.
Woo!
Because it's not till... I forgot about Hush being a thing.
Oh, God.
Batman Hush is the last Batman solo film, and that's quite far down the line. I completely forgot about that when I was explaining all the Batman solos before. There's still one more to come after Bad Blood. But then again, it's probably a reason I forgot about it. That's not a good sign, is it?
No.
Oh, it might be another Batman vs. Robin situation. An entertaining mess of a movie.
All I've got in my head at the moment is Taylor Swift's Bad Blood.
Damn it, you got it in my head now. Sack of shit.
That's gonna be all that we're gonna be doing next time. Now we got bad blood.
No! If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.